Product reviews all day here, folks, and we are talking cold steel. SRK, Survival Rescue Knife. 6-inch epoxy coated blade, an extremely grippy rubber handle. You can see all those little knobs, all those little nodules on there. This is a true rubber, solid rubber handle, and it is so grippy and so comfortable. You could almost, can you hear the way like when my hand comes off of it? It's almost like when you take a rubber glove off and it makes like that sound. That's how this rubber handle feels when you release your hand off of it. This is the best grip that I've ever felt on a fixed blade knife. This rubber handle with all those little knobs and nodules on it. This is cold steel. This is SK5. SK5 steel. I guess I don't have a ton of information on SK5 steel. This is a 6-inch epoxy coated blade. This is the SRK. From what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, or if it's just a marketing ploy by Cold Steel. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on it. I don't know if it's true or not, but I've heard that this knife is issued to Navy SEALs in their BUDS training program. And I've heard that the reason it's issued to them is because this SK5 steel rusts easily, and the BUDS need to keep their knives clean because rust is the enemy. And because this knife rusts so easily, that's why it's issued to them. It's more of a training tool than it is a endorsement of the knife. They need to keep their knife clean and maintained, and because this knife rusts so easily, that's part of the reason why they issue it to them, because this SK5 steel rusts very easily. So it's more like, can you keep your knife clean? Can you keep it rust free? Like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't know if that's true or not. But what I do know is that for $37 on Amazon to get this knife, cold steel SRK survival rescue knife with a beautiful Kydex sheath for $37 is an absolutely insane deal. This knife's made in Taiwan. Taiwan has some of the highest manufacturing standards in the world. NVIDIA, all the chips in your phone and your TVs and your computers, they're all made in Taiwan. Cold Steel almost exclusively manufactures most of their knives in Taiwan because of their insane manufacturing standards. 6-inch blade, 5-inch handle, 11-inch overall length. Cold Steel survival rescue knife with this absolutely gorgeous, stunning rubber. It's just this handle is unbelievable. I'm not a huge fixed blade guy, but I do own one other Cold Steel fixed blade, the Recon Tanto. I own a K-Bar, and I own the Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife that's laying around in my basement somewhere. So I'm not a huge fixed blade guy. But when I saw this thing on Amazon for $37 on a lightning deal with this absolutely gorgeous Kydex sheath and this beautiful black epoxy coated SK5 steel blade, I know a lot of people talk the SRK up big time because it is supposedly, like I said, I don't know if it's actually issued or if that's just a marketing ploy by Cold Steel, but supposedly this is issued to the Navy SEALs in their BUDS training program. And to get a knife that is, if it is true and is actually issued to Navy SEALs in their BUDS training program for $37 is just an absolutely mind-blowing deal. It's very thick. I think it's a 5mm thick blade, or like 4.5mm thick blade. It's very beefy, it's very thick, it's very substantial. This rubber grip is absolutely freaking unreal. It is so grippy and so comfortable. And you can just see the way that they almost matched that handle texture to match that nylon. It's almost kind of like the same texture as the nylon on the sheath. So when you put this in the sheath and snap that closure down, they almost look the same. You can see the way that handle almost looks the same as that nylon. I don't know if that was intentional, but it is absolutely gorgeous. This knife is everything that you would want. It's just like crisscross. It'll make you want to jump all night long. This is the Cold Steel Survival Rescue Knife. 6-inch blade, 5-inch handle. Absolutely gorgeous rubber handle with that insane grip. Securex plastic Kydex sheath. You can see the way that those babies go together like peanut butter and jam. And I have a hard-on for this $37 knife. Product reviews all day. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Peace.